This is where I love to butt in.
Guess you can't lose it, I can never find.
I also think that great advice gets lost if it's the wrong time.
Dialogue over drama?
Well, now, hey kids, welcome to Dialogue Over Drama, episode 74. I am Danny Dialogue.
And you're here with Courtney Drama.
We are a Canadian couple with an age gap that's been together over a decade. Our podcast is about us and the importance of communication through many different avenues, with both of us being such in a different age gap, learning how to talk, learning how to find out the way they look at relationships, and just even expanding that to our personal relationships and work relationships. So that's what we do here at Dialogue Over Drama. So today we dipped into a little bit about health and weight loss and just food, and just kind of not from an advice perspective, but just
personal stories.
Yeah, personal stories of just things that work, what doesn't work,
and
what
how I need to
could work.
Stop buying like physical equipment.
We did, yeah.
Fitness equipment.
Because elliptical popped up again. Yeah. So that's kind of what this episode is about. But we are going to do what could possibly be, and I'm very
a little upsetty spaghetti
about this. And this may be the second to last version of Finish the Line. Because I have a proper game for you this week. Next week, depending on how you do this week, if you can't do next week and get more than half, I have 8 for next week. If you can't get more than half, that's it. This game's over. So we're going to start with this game, which is a normal game, but it was the last one I had ready to go. And I picked movies we've watched.
Movies you think I've watched.
No, I know for a fact you've watched these.
And paid attention?
I'm hoping. Okay, so you ready? Here's the first one.
Come on, don't be such a fucking drag. I'm starving.
Hey, eat this.
What is your fucking problem? I'm in and out in 2 seconds.
You know, I think I'm gonna get me some Tutti.
Tutti fucking Fruity.
Okay, that's your answer. Let's see. What's the name of the movie?
House of a Thousand Corpse or Devil's Rejects?
Okay, well, what are you going with?
House of a Thousand Corpse.
Wrong. Devil's Rejects. Okay.
You know, I think I'm gonna get me some Tutti fucking Fruity.
Tutti fucking fruity, that sounds good.
Tutti
fucking fruity. Shut up. Tutti fucking fruity.
Tutti fucking
I left this in because of what Otis says.
fucking fruity.
Listen, there is no fucking ice cream in your fucking future.
I love that.
I think the
There is
only
no
reason-
fucking ice cream in your fucking future.
Because you left in just the word Tutti, of course I was going to get it.
See? And it's also, whenever that we watch that movie, you spend the next 2 months going, Tutti fucking Fruity.
I know.
Tutti fucking Fruity.
Now I'm gonna do
Okay,
it.
so you have 1 point there.
Okay.
Ready? Here we go. Clip 2.
Oh, hi.
Hi. I'm gonna have to be taking your car today. See, I have some top secret clown business that supersedes any plans that you might have for this here vehicle.
What's that about clown business?
Okay, now I don't know if you just picked the same movie or if you picked The House of a Thousand Corpse now, or if it's still Devil's Rejects.
What are you going with?
Went down. I'm going to say it's Devil's Rejects.
Devil's Rejects.
Okay.
Okay, so you have 2 points now.
And the next line is, don't you like clowns?
He's still talking to her.
He's still talking to her. You have a problem with clowns?
Do I stutter, bitch?
Oh.
Okay, so 2 points total.
Okay.
Ready? Here's the third one.
And by the way, Mama, alligators are ornery because they're medulla oblongata. And I like Vicky, and she likes me back.
Okay, well, that's the water boy.
Okay, 3 points.
Either like something about him either admitting at that moment he plays football or he loves football, or something about him and Vicky kissing. I can't remember.
It's my favorite line in this movie. Okay, here we go.
And I like Vicky, and she likes me back. And she showed me her boobies, and I like them too.
Damn.
All right, so 3 points on that one, or 2? No, 3.
3.
3. All right. Okay, here we go. Ready to go into the episode. Okay, let's change the channel.
Well, I think I was lost my mind, but I guess you can't lose it, I can never find.
So last week we were talking about when someone should know better in 4 different areas with different scenarios, and you can go back and listen to that episode. But it led into kind of accountability, which then I brought up the fact that, as an example, when it comes to trying to lose weight and diet and exercise, how I struggle with that accountability. And it's so much easier to have someone else take the lead or someone else be accountable for something, because then there's that sense of, well, I have someone else to blame if I fail.
Right.
Which seems to be the case for every time I try to lose weight, is I never take full accountability for myself. So I feel like this time around, when it comes to me talking about how my medication for ADHD does suppress my appetite, but then also not smoking also makes me not snack, because there's not like that gut reaction of like what THC does to stimulate your gut and make you get like the munchies and all of that. So I do notice that I feel like in order to be accountable for my weight loss, I need to do physical things right now, like by removing things out of my diet, because I'm not accountable yet to mentally do it.
Right.
So even though it takes a lot of mental energy to do the physical things, but I don't know. I find that you and I, in our almost 13 years, have gone through many highs and lows when it comes to my mindset of diet and exercise.
Oh, big time.
From extremes of me asking you to point out when I want to eat junk food.
Yep. And there's no possible way we could have foreseen that backfiring.
Right. And then we've gone to other extremes where I want to get my hands on equipment to work out that usually ends up collecting dust somewhere in a room or a closet.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. I know we've talked about it before, but yeah, like we got what was it, an elliptical? Mm-hmm. It's weird because of the whole like the weight loss thing and like exercising. It's a weird topic to broach in a relationship where you have 2 people that have weight issues, and not just like the physical aspect, but also the mental, and then all the trauma and the reasons why you got there, right? Mm-hmm. So when you come up to me and you're like, I want this elliptical because I'm going to do it. Mm-hmm. I knew instantly that the way that your brain works is, I know you're the kind of person where you're like, once I get this, then I'll be able to do this. That's every single thing that you want a goal is, once I've done this, I'll do this.
Yeah. It's like not owning something or like not having possession of something that makes it impossible for me to start said task, when really I'm the only person getting in the way.
Right.
Not by owning a piece of equipment.
And one of the weird things for that is like the big difference between the way you and me think is, I'm like, I can't think in the mindset of, oh, when I get this, I'll do this, because my brain is, if I'm at that point, which I'm not now, I don't know the way my brain's going to think, so why would I want to make decisions now with the brain I have now, making the decisions already for someone that's going to be a totally different person in the future? Mm-hmm. And so it's like almost like a self-sacrificing thing where you're just like, well, I'm going to fail this way and then just go right back to the mindset I was in before.
Yeah. And I've also been always like an all or nothing.
Right.
Still am.
So like it's a weird thing for me where like I was very encouraging to you, mm-hmm. and you're the kind of person when, even though I'm being encouraging to you about like when you wanted the elliptical, I was saying, listen, this is what I fear, this is what's there, but if you're saying you're going to do it, awesome, killer. The deadpan giveaway to me that I knew that it really wasn't going to work was when you were like almost embarrassed to be on the elliptical if I was home, and you were like, okay, I'm going to go do the elliptical thing, and you'd shut the door and be like, turn the music up, like, and you would want it to be such a private thing that you were doing.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you've ever seen me work out.
No, never.
You maybe at most have seen me like pull out a yoga mat and like do some stretching and stuff, but you've never seen me do anything physical.
No, never.
Yeah.
And so that's why I always know it's not going to work, because if you want a healthy lifestyle to work, it has to be something you're doing constantly and not something you're doing in private.
Yeah. And I think for me, because I have so many insecurities and I have such shame of like, I know you're the last person that's going to judge me, but I would hate to do some sort of workout or anything in front of you. Again, I know you wouldn't. It's a me issue. But in my head, you look at me and think like, and not think like, oh, she's pathetic because she can't do a push-up or she can't lift something. Because I know you wouldn't think that. You'd be proud of that and like encouraging. It's just more of like me being, I just feel so disgusted in my own body. Right. So in my head, I've convinced myself that you'll also think I'm disgusting if you see me like break a sweat or do anything physical. It's kind of funny because at the same time, I think the only physical things you've seen me do has nothing to do with working out. Like you watch me build furniture all the time.
Right.
You know, like I physically do things around the apartment that I'm capable of doing. You watch me build things, but you never see me like break a sweat and like work out and try to do crunches and sit-ups. And
but see, but the weird thing about the way my brain works is people go to the gym and I'm like, you could, while you're doing random jobs, be doing, instead of picking up a weight, pick up a couple 2-4s while you're walking around. Like for me, like at work, you like building stuff, spending a whole day building stuff is a workout. Mm-hmm. But in your brain, it's not like, oh, that's not exercise. That doesn't count. Like,
well, I never did. But I think as I'm getting older, that's the thing I'm starting to realize, because I'm at a point in my life where I hate exercise. I hate working out. There's nothing about being physical that brings me any sort of excitement or joy.
Right.
The only time I've ever noticed, and it's so funny because they always say, like, for your mental health, go on a walk, or what exercise does for your body and releases endorphins. And I get it. There's a lot of health benefits.
Right.
And that's why they always say, like, with mental health, it's like really good to help you even just like focus and feel good. The act of doing it doesn't bring me joy, but I know it's true because I always feel good after I have done something physical.
Absolutely.
So for me, as I'm getting older, I'm realizing, okay, how can I incorporate being physical with something I'm already doing? And it might be really, really minor. Like before I get in the shower, I try to do some squats.
Right.
If I'm standing in the kitchen waiting for dinner to cook, I'll do some push-ups off the counter.
Right.
And it's like, if I find a way to just move my body in a way that builds strength in everyday movements,
right,
then it doesn't, like, even though I know I'm working out, it just doesn't feel like working out because it's like micro movements throughout the course of a day.
right.
Versus like the idea of people, and power to people that do this, where it's like you actually set aside time. Like, oh, I'm sorry, you get home from work or you get up early and like you go to the, like, you just do a workout for 20 to 30 minutes or an hour. Like, to me, I'm like, that I don't like that. It's not.
So here's my thought on that. I've like, just in your little thing there, I have a couple things I want to talk about.
My rant.
It wasn't a rant. It was, you're absolutely right on so many things. So the people that like, you go to the gym and you do that, that's like, it seems so irrational to you, right?
No, it's just, it's,
but I mean,
it's
like
equivalent
you
to
just
a sport. Like people who like sports, I don't.
But it's also the equivalent to like you're getting into scrapbooking and making collages. There's tons of people that go to the gym that are like, you went and sat on your ass and looked at pictures and glued them like a kindergarten kid to like cardboard. Yeah. Like that was your fun.
That brings me joy.
I don't understand that.
Right. I know.
So like, it's like, so I understand. And like, I think those people that have that's my thing. Good for them.
Oh,
because
I know.
it's so much easier for them to live life because it's more of a health thing. Right. And it's great that way. It's like, for me, one of the big things that when it comes to like my body, because I'm a bigger person and like I have a weird relationship with food. I have a mother that like would see me getting like fatter when I was a kid and be like, oh, he's growing. He needs more food because there's more of him to feed. Like that was just my mom's mindset. Like my brother's lunch would be bread, mustard, meat, bread. Mine would be, because I was a bigger boy, it would be bread, mustard, meat, bread, mustard, meat.
Yeah, double-decker.
Like it'd be like a double-decker sandwich. And I'm like, I don't need that. And there'd be 3 of them in my lunch.
Yeah.
Like I didn't.
But then you had no self-control. You still ate all of it?
Well, I would just eat it because I'm so afraid to waste things as well.
Yeah. Well, that I get, because I grew up with very much a clean your plate household.
So it's a weird thing that way. The one thing that, because I've told you that like every single time I try to talk to an adult as a kid, like they just brush me off and say, just go with the flow. And like the going with the flow just doesn't work with the way my brain works, right? My decision that I made was, I'm going to be a fat kid the rest of my life. That's I've kind of like thought, like I'm not happy about it, but that's just in my brain. I'm going to be this huge tub of lard person. That's just in my brain. What builds me and makes it not so bad for me is the fact that, yeah, that might be a fat guy. And then when you walk on a job site, you're like, oh, the fat, lazy guy. But I tell you, you'll see dudes that are bodybuilders, dudes that are jacked, dudes are this, and at the end of the day, they're sitting down winded and fucking this fat ass still going.
Yeah, you have a lot of stamina and strength.
I'm 45 and like my weight has never slowed me down. Like I will just go. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah. Like there's times where like you'll see me and I'm standing there and I'm like literally just dead. You know me well enough to know, looking in my eyes, looking in my soul, there is not an ounce of energy in me. And then I'll go another 5 hours.
Yeah.
Like it's just a weird thing for me that's just my mindset, which really pisses me off because like I could, if I could just do that and then not eat late at night, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
That's my crutch is I eat later at night. And people are like, then just don't eat past 8 o'clock. I'm like, there's another time in the day to eat.
Right.
What the fuck? I wish someone would have filled me in on that a long time ago.
That's funny. Yeah. I find it's kind of the same thing for me. Like, I was always like a very tall person. I look back on like childhood photos and even in my early teen years when I thought I was fat, and I look back and I was like, are you kidding? I'd kill for that body now. But I always knew that I'd be curvy.
Right.
There was no denying, even if I was at my thinnest, I still had hips. Like, there was no avoiding that. So I think I always accepted I was going to be curvy, but it was only probably like, and not even when we first started dating, because I look back on our early years of dating and I would kill also for that body as well. But like, I would say just COVID. Like, even pre-COVID, I was chunky, but I think from like 2020 onwards, when I really, really started packing on the weight, is probably when I got like the most insecure about it.
Right.
I don't know. And I wonder if, like, I mean, you probably have noticed too, like, I think even pre-COVID, like the way I would maybe wear things around the apartment and like, I don't know, just like.
I can tell you exactly what it is. It's because you had this thing where you are so self-conscious about the way you look that you would be like, oh, because of COVID, I'm not seeing these people as often, so they haven't seen me in 2 months. They can probably tell the 2 pounds that I put on. Because it's been 2 months, where if you work with someone every day, someone beside you could go to 700 pounds and you wouldn't notice it because you're there beside them every day.
It would take longer to notice. Yeah, I agree with
that. So that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. So if you're only seeing people once every 2 months, the fear of time that has passed, like when you haven't seen someone in a long time, you're like, oh, I want them to see where I am now. And that works both ways, where it can go to the negative, right? So I think COVID kind of was like using you as a punching bag in your brain for that, being like, oh, this person.
And also there was like nowhere to
nothing
go.
to do too,
nothing
which
to
is
do.
why everybody gained weight over COVID,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Except for the people that didn't have to work, and all they did was like hike and get a dog, and now that dog's at a shelter.
But then there
somewhere.
was also, again, those people that everyone got when they worked from home. They got the walking pad, which like I got that too, and then.
Right.
It's just sitting in the closet, right?
I'm glad you said it, because but it's like my mom. This is like, there's so many similarities between like my mom and you. Like, it's crazy the amount of things, because like I grew up in a house where like mom had her rowing machine, mom had the little ball. Like when we go to my mom's place, you see all those as seen on TV weight loss things that are just sitting there. The weird thing about my mom is my mom will use them, and she'll be dedicated, and she'll like be like, from this time to this time. Like, I grew up in a household where like my mom loved socializing. She found the whole jazzercise thing and like, tops and Weight Watchers and stuff like that, and it became a friend thing for her. So she's like, absolutely. I remember mom counting calories all the time and like using like the big Weight Watchers spreadsheets and all this kind of thing. And I'm just like, nothing's changing. Like, you're not changing your lifestyle. Because it was really funny, because she would go to Weight Watchers, be with all of her friends at Weight Watchers, and they would count calories and everything like that. And because they all became like little girlfriends, they would be like, let's throw a party. And it was always the best fucking snack table with all the like snacky, fattening food. And they would spend 8 hours just around the pool snacking all day, drinking. And then they'd go back on Monday to counting calories.
Right. Yeah.
Like, as a kid, I just never, I knew it was a social
Some
thing,
people have
not
a
an
cheat
actual, sure. But like, you know my mom well enough. Do you think, like,
I think a cheat day was every evening.
yeah. It's like, I'll count these meals, but you know what? It's past 5. Weight Watchers stops at 5.
That's so funny. Yeah. I don't know. I've always had a really weird, I think, relationship with food. Again, and my mom used to always say to my dad, like, you had 3 girls, not 3 boys, but like, stop feeding them like men, We always had like huge portions and clear your food. And of course there was like the fear of wasting food as well, because you watched your parents like work hard, and then the whole money aspect as well. But then there was always like this urge and this push to like keep us moving and keep us exercising, and like we got to do activities and stuff like that. And I think for me, like, even though I was like, oh, my mom signed me up for this, or oh, I have to do this, or like, I still never really liked being super physical, even as a child. Like in school, when they would do the what's that jump? You had to like
jump rope for heart.
Well, there's that, but no, you had to like run, and then when you hit the line, you just jump. How far can you jump?
Oh, like long jump.
Long jump. And then cross country and all of that. I did stuff like that, and I wasn't bad at it. That's the thing. I wasn't like a terrible physically moving person. I just never enjoyed it. I wanted to just sit in fucking color. That's not something that interests me. So once I realized quickly that like, being physical, not that they didn't teach health, obviously, I didn't, but it just, there was nothing that was like, oh, I should still do this just because it's important.
Right.
It was just, this is boring, I don't care. well, I don't care very quickly catches up with you. So I'm at a point in my life now where it's like when I do things around the apartment or I physically move, I surprise myself that I still can, obviously. And I feel like when I feel the best, because I'm like, I lifted stuff, I built furniture, I rearranged the apartment, whatever. And like the next day I'm definitely sore from it.
Right.
I'm at the point where I want to be able to do that stuff without feeling as sore the next day, or where one day of physical activity doesn't take me out for 3 days.
Right.
Like I would love to I would just love to be strong.
Right. And be able to actually.
Yeah. Like losing weight, obviously. And I have like a gold pair of jeans in the closet I'd love to fit.
Right.
Fit into. But I think for me, I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't really care about losing a ton of weight. I just want to be strong.
The goal weight like thing when people have like an outfit that they're trying to fit into, I always thought it was such a terrible idea because for me, the way that I like, and I'm not saying it like if it works for people, absolutely. I'm just saying me personally, the way I look at it is like, if I have this goal that I want to achieve, and then every time I go to grab my clothes, I'm like, man, I wish one day I was there. It's depressing. And most people that are struggling to have weight, the way they deal with depression is by eating. Mm-hmm. So why have like a constant thing that's going to tag into the thing that you're already trying to not be?
Yeah.
Like, it just seems like it doesn't make sense to me. Mm-hmm. Here's a weird question, because you brought up the whole long jump thing and the track thing. I think that you have this weird, we're going to talk about it in the next episode, but I think there's this weird thing where you think that you know me. Like, you know fully what I am, that there's things that I can tell you, like, no, that doesn't click with what I know about you. Mm-hmm. I heavily played sports until I started playing music seriously at 16. Mm. Heavily. Like, when I got home from school, we played football on the road constantly. And even like into my late teens, when I was still playing music, I would get up every morning and I would take a bus or I'd ride my bike and I'd go all the way down to the west end of Hamilton to play flag football till 1 PM. And it started like at like 9. And this was over winter.
It's so hard for me to believe because, again, I think we've been together so long. I've never seen you run.
No.
I've never seen you do anything physical. So same thing when you're like, yeah, I did wakeboarding and I did water polo and I did this and I did that. And I'm like, really? Like,
well, the water polo thing you can definitely see.
Well,
you've been in water with me.
You're a great swimmer. Yeah. It is just interesting, though, that like you were so athletic, I guess, as like a kid.
I wasn't athletic. I was still a fat kid. I just would play sports because I'm like, okay, I just want to play sports because I know sports is a big thing in life. It's something that you can do in a team. And it's just, I was just trying to fit in some way. The ultimate reason I stopped playing sports was I like my fingers where they are. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to hurt my fingers, so I couldn't play music. Yeah. And that was my fear. And there's tons of musicians that are big-time sports people, but for me, I'm like, I'm too clumsy and I'm not great at sports. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to take what I think I'm great at. The best thing
I was
ever.
Never really coordinated, but I wasn't horrible at being active as a kid. I just hated it.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Like, but one of the things that I do think about is, like, if I ever had a kid and, like, both of us are artists, if we ever had a kid and that kid was like, because we're artists, they're like, sports. Mm-hmm. Like, I would love to, like, you know, coach a kid's baseball team. That's the kind of thing where, like, I would just excel. Yeah. I love that. Like,
well, even on that note too, like, that is another reason why we're, you know, weight up or down, whatever, regardless. Like, I need to be strong. Is a few months back, I think I saw a friend and her baby, and I didn't realize how heavy a car seat was. To moms, not that heavy because they fucking lift the thing every day. But when I lifted the car seat with the baby in it, and I was like, oh, that's a solid like 25, 30 pounds. Like, that's, and you carry that around in the car, out of the car. That's what I think kind of clicked more for me. I was like, I need to work on being strong and like taking care of my body, because I think a kid forces you to be active because you're like,
you say you think?
No, it does. No, but I'm like, holy crap. Like, they're busy bodies, and they also need to go outside and get fresh air and move and play on a playground. And they're going to want you to push them on the swing and chase them. And I'm like, I know, like I've already said, that the things that don't feel like workouts end up just being fun, and I feel good from it. So like if we're playing like, you know, an outdoor game as like a family group or whatever, I'm never in the moment thinking like, I'm definitely thinking like, oh my God, this is hard because I'm carrying around all the weight while trying to do said task. While doing the task, because if it's like a very game-oriented thing, I'm not thinking like this is a workout, even though I am moving my body. So that's why now I'm trying to change my mindset. Instead of being like, I need a new piece of equipment or I need to do this, it's just, no, in everyday movements that I'm doing, incorporate doing it with a little bit of weight or a little bit of stretching or exercise or something, just to make it easier so that when I am chasing like a toddler around at a park, I'm not thinking like, oh my God, this is so much work. I don't want to be thinking about that. I want to be in the moment enjoying time with my kid, not, you know, so. And then I feel like because of that repetition, I know by having a kid, it will get easier. Like you need to think that, you know, when it comes to like people that are working at like a gym and they start off by just lifting the bar and then they add 5 pounds. Yeah. And then they add another 5 pounds. It's gradual, right? You know what kids are? They grow gradually. So by the time that you're seeing 20 pounds, she's gone from like, you know, ounces. No, I know. Like I've also been around enough children that when you hold them as a baby to then on your hip and then all of a sudden now they're on your back and then, you know, they're, I don't know, 7 and they still want to be for some reason picked up and you're like, okay, cool, like piggyback. Holy shit, you're getting heavy, kid, right? Like I know it is gradual. So, but it's just interesting because I've seen both sides of it. I've seen parents that were bigger and then they lost a bit of weight and like became stronger because of being a parent. Right. And then I've seen people like not change at all or it get worse. And it's just, it was very eye-opening because I was like, I don't want to be like that. I want to make sure that even if I'm not in like 100% the best shape before having a kid, that I at least want to be the parent that, to your point, like as the kid gets bigger and grows and it's gradual in their weight that you carry around, I'm also then getting stronger and just heading in the direction of like being healthy. So
it's such an important, physical health is such a big thing when it comes to like weight and just being able to go. And the problem is like, all of the stuff that like is used to like scare people into losing weight, like what about this? And you like if you're that big, you can't physically do these things anymore. For me personally, my weight has never stopped me from doing anything other than fitting into something.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm like
that's it. But I've never been like
I've never wanted
winded. I've never been like I can't keep going.
No, I'll be absolutely winded, trying to hide the fact that I'm winded. But I've never let that stop me either. But I'll no, because I want to fit in. So again, with the whole people pleasing thing and wanting to fit in,
but I'm talking about like you're doing something. Like I'm thinking like we're out even like when working Rib Fest or something like that. Yeah, like where you're just like I literally just can't go on anymore.
Oh, like I've been pushed to my limit.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Like I've never found the limit when it comes to the physical aspect of something. Even if I am like you see me run all day helping someone move. And then still be like, okay, we're doing this now. Okay, let's go.
Right. Yeah. Well, no, when it comes to limit, I get that.
But that's what I mean, because that's what they say. You know, weight's going to stop you from being able to do.
Oh, right. Weight's going to stop me from doing it for a long period of time. But I've never let my weight stop me from at least trying it. Right. There's times where I try it and then I realize, holy fuck, I physically can't do this. Right. I think the biggest eye-opener was like last summer going to a carnival and wanting to get on a ride and it being like the bar just clicking in. Right. And that was for me like I don't want to be at the point where now I can't fit into something. Right. Or like I'm too heavy to do something where even if I'm determined to do it, my body will allow me to do it. Having, for safety reasons, someone tell me no would be like just devastating. Like even back in January, like flying on a plane and having the seatbelt actually click in, I was like, oh, I'm fat, just not that fat. So you know, but that still bothered me.
There's a weird thing, and I may take this out.
But it's like our generation won't know what blue waffle is, but they'll know Ozempic vagina.
Oh, 100%.
That's so funny. Okay.
It's not.
It's not, but it's just funny how our generations of like that whole do not Google this. Yeah. This is gross. Yeah.
It's so weird. Okay. So I don't know what we're talking about next week. Well, I kind of do, but all right. Well, thank you for listening. All right. Goodbye. Bye. You've just listened to and finished Canada's own podcast Dialogue Over Drama. The amazing music we use in this episode is provided by Allegories with their song Pray, and Jesse James and the Medicine Show, I Think I Just Lost My Mind.
Nice.